Hey guys, Rory Singh here from Ontario, Canada, from Rock City Marketing. Today I got my coach and mentor with me, and my financial advisor, Rico. Hey, say hello to your to your visitors, Rico. Rico's got a little pet pig here. Oh, you want to go play piggy? All right, go. There you go. No, just watching a movie upstairs. I'm actually in the basement of my home. Movie is called Battleship. Okay, and in it there's a character. His name is Hopper, and he was the guy that this is like a naval warfare movie where they got to fight aliens. Okay, with just like the regular alien invasion type of movies where they have way better technology than Earth has. Okay. So, what happens in the movie, if you guys haven't seen this movie called Battleship, it's an awesome movie. I think I watched it like 3 times so far, and it's still interesting every single time I watch it. Um, but it's basically about, and this ties in directly to your results online, your success online. Um, in the movie, Earth was attacked by Earth sent out, I think it was NASA or I don't know, some part of the government, U.S. government. It's a fictional movie, right? They sent out a signal out to space to see if any aliens would intercept their signal. Lo and behold, aliens did, and they sent like 5 ships to planet Earth, and they had some type of naval war games going on with U.S. and Japan and many other countries, like Olympics for the military or for the Navy. Okay, and they were out in the ocean and out near Hawaii, that area in the Pacific Ocean, and the whole fleet was out there. Like, well, not the whole U.S. naval fleet, but a huge portion of their ships were out on the water when these 5 ships came in and attacked. But before they attacked, they put out some kind of force field where the greater part of the fleet couldn't penetrate, and it was up to 3 ships to fight the aliens off, basically. And there was a guy by the name of Hopper. That was the name of the character in the movie. Maybe I'll show. I'm gonna post this video on YouTube as well. I'll include. Sorry, I'll post this video on Facebook. I'll include a clip to this movie so you guys will have an idea what I'm talking about. But Hopper would be one of those guys who would be the least likeliest to succeed. Okay, he was a guy who couldn't hold a job, and his older brother was like a captain of a destroyer, and he somehow got him on board into the Navy. And anyways, to make a long story short, Hopper, it was left up to Hopper, the guy who would be voted least likeliest to succeed, to actually win the battle against the aliens. Okay, so sometimes in life, I would say all the time in life, the person who is least likeliest to succeed would be the most likeliest to succeed. Okay, I used to hear MLM companies saying that over and over, but usually comes down to heart. I have an email series on my email list. Some of you guys watching this video uh, got a link to this video from my email list, and I don't know if you could remember the first email that I ever sent out to you through my Aweber software. It's called uh, More Heart Than Talent. So what I was basically saying in this email was that you don't need to have the most talent here, the most skills, because people usually come here with no skills, right? and then every once in a while where we see some newbie who's never been online all of a sudden just take off and become like a powerhouse marketer. Okay, so having more heart and talent means not that you're gonna go and sing kumbaya with everybody, uh, or you're gonna be, a charitable person. I mean, you should be a good person. That's not what I'm saying. More heart than talent means you're gonna pull some strength deep inside of you that you probably didn't even know existed, and that's what you're going to need to succeed. Okay, in that movie Battleship, there was no way in hell that they could actually win a fight against five ships that had a lot more capabilities than their destroyers had. All kinds of technology that we didn't have, uh, that the destroyers didn't have, the U.S. naval ships, against aliens. Aliens were just technically, uh, even physically, it was like impossible. I know it's a fictional movie, but just the idea of this here will apply to your success online. Um, there was no way in hell that they could win the war, but they had to pull from deep down inside of themselves to find something that they didn't even know was there. Okay, and that goes for you right now. You are here watching this video for whatever reason. You got to backtrack and see how you even came online. Something must have happened in life. Maybe it got you asking questions, and lo and behold, you found this industry and you were here trying to change your lifestyle, following all the different directions from different products, from different systems. And what I'm going to tell you might be a little alarming, but the universe itself is not just going to open the door and let you walk through. You've got to be determined. That's what I mean by more heart than talent. Talent has a lot to do with what type of results you're going to be able to get for yourself, but the strength that you're going to have to feed off of in deep down inside of you is the only thing that's going to push you through to wherever it is that you really want to go. A lot of people are struggling online. It's a hard go. Okay, I'm not gonna say you guys probably know what system I'm marketing. Okay, but I'm not gonna say the system itself is a shortcut because it's created system owner created products, and then he's got a step-by-step strategy, a process, and the process is not something that's questionable. The process is proven because we keep seeing so many people going through the process. I use the process, and I know that the process works. Okay, but besides the process of a powerful system working, you're still left with tasks to do every single day, and wh- there's a guy by the name of Ryan Bidoff. Maybe some of you guys have heard of him. I see him a lot on the Warrior Forum. He's one of the top contributors over there, blogging from Paradise.com. He's always talking about passion, and myself on the Warrior Forum, because we see so many people coming up. Do you need passion? Do you need passion? You need passion, okay? Because when you start marketing, especially if you're brand new, you're gonna most likely go through. This is if you're taking action every single day. Some people are just, you have to go through training mode first. You go through training where you're just trying to absorb information to get an idea of how this industry works, how sales psychology works, how people make decisions, how the human mind itself makes decisions. And the funny thing is, a human mind keeps changing its way that it makes decisions. Okay. Sounds like I'm just talking about one person here, but everyone changes the way that they make decisions constantly. And as marketers, we have to stay ahead of the curve to figure out how to get people jumping through different hoops. Okay, I don't want to get too advanced in the terminology that I'm using here, but marketing comes down to getting, not manipulating human behavior, even though I've heard people refer to it as that, but you are basically getting people to do different things in a certain way by doing things in a certain way. So in order to keep getting people to do certain things in a certain way to benefit you, okay, because you're here today and you're most likely trying to figure out how to sell your stuff online, how to attract people to you using attraction marketing, etc., uh, how to build credibility online, because I keep saying that over and over. A lot of people think this is a products and systems industry, and no, it's people with marketing, people with influence and building a brand industry and helping other people, uh, growing of people industry. Okay, because the more that you grow and the more that you learn and the more that you even do personal development and you keep creating better versions of yourself constantly, you keep changing um, versions of yourself till you get the better version and the better version and the better version. So in order to succeed, we also have to help other people become the better versions and the better versions. So we are also in the growing of people industry. So a lot of people come here with the misconception that I've got to find the right product, but products don't sell on their own, guys. Systems don't sell on their own. There's people who came into network marketing and then they figured out that they had issues with finding success, and then they go to affiliate marketing. A lot of them end up at the warrior forum, and then they're bashing like network marketing, but it still comes down to a process. Most people don't want to go through this process, but if you're watching this video, it's like 12 minutes now. I'm going to say you have some serious desire. You got to come to terms with yourself and actually go through the process. A lot of people, including myself when I was new, took scattered approaches where I'm on fire one day, I start taking action one day, and then I cool off and I stop taking action. But for me personally, it wasn't that I didn't know that I could succeed online. It was due to duplication issues. I was like, what am I selling people? Sometimes you start questioning things when you start selling, even if you're selling high ticket stuff or low ticket stuff. I rather high ticket stuff because the work that it takes to succeed online, you can make nickels and dimes, or you could make what you're truly worth. High ticket business opportunities like the one I'm marketing, we have lower front end stuff. It's open to everyone, all kinds of income brackets, because we have lower end products, right? I don't really want to get into the spiel here of my system, okay. Um, but I have experience in the past as well, selling big ticket stuff to people, and I found it because based of mindset and people just quitting, that I was like questioning what am I doing, and I ended up one day scratching my head. I left the industry a few times, and then I was into the traditional job world, and then I'm scratching my head and I'm saying people are doing a lot of bullshit out here, I'm out here and I'm sitting around. What am I doing? I was trying to save people by leaving the industry, right? Because I could succeed, and then other people don't want to succeed, don't want to pay the price, or quit for whatever reason. And then I was like, what the hell am I doing? So I left the industry a few times because of that idea. But now I know better. I know each and every one of you are powerful beings, and anything you put your minds to, no matter what your background is, no matter how much pain you've gone through, as a matter of fact, the more pain that you've gone through, most likely the farther you will get in with regards to your success online. Okay. A lot. Okay, so back to Ryan Bidoff. Now he talks a lot about passion, because when you first start marketing here online, I know I'm jumping around all over the place, guys, but it's all tied into the same idea. When the odds are against you, okay, that's what this video is truly about. You can still succeed because the odds will be against you. Okay, and it will also seem like impossible. Most days you're gonna have to just go on blind faith. Okay, but what I'm gonna get to right here is deep down inside, most people, even though I know Ryan and myself on Warrior keep saying stuff about passion. Reason being is because when you start taking action consistently every single day, let's say you find the right system, like the system I'm marketing. Okay, I gotta say that because they got all the tools that you would need to succeed to create the traffic that you would need in order to convert into the sales that you want. Okay, but not everyone's going to take all the steps that they need to take. Okay, but if you do, it comes down to learning a strategy, and what it's called is an income producing activity. 99% of my time is I'm not focused on talking to people on the phone, closing sales. 99% of my time I'm focused on I keep bringing people into my sales funnel by generating traffic. Other marketers do it in a different way. I mean, some of you guys are on Facebook watching this video, and some of you guys are hardcore marketers. There are a lot of hardcore marketers on Facebook who every single day they're not bringing people into their opportunity like I am. I mostly use like YouTube or SEO. I got a couple blogs. I use like SEO marketing and YouTube and a couple other different strategies. Okay, I know some of you probably seen me in a video telling people to learn one marketing strategy, and that still stands. If you're a new marketer, even if you're even an intermediate marketer, learn one marketing strategy, guys. Even if you see me doing multiple ones, because until you can get a grasp of what you're truly doing, uh, you'll end up spreading your focus thin and not getting enough traction in any one particular marketing method. So just focus on one if you're not where you want to be, okay? And when you master that, that means you're getting enough sales in. I would just say rinse and repeat, but if you master it, then you can go out and learn another one. But don't be a jack of all trades, master of none. Okay. So when you start doing income producing activities like generating traffic or marketing on Facebook or Instagram, there's different ways of doing it on Instagram, different ways of doing it on Facebook. Most people are giving the marketplace on Facebook value and using attraction marketing to attract people to them and doing things that way. Okay, but I generate traffic online and funnel all the traffic into a lead capture page that sends them directly to the system I'm marketing, and then X amount of the leads turn into new team members and new sales, and then it takes a little while for each person to go through a process. X amount of them step up to different steps of the system, buy different levels of products, and that's basically how we make money with the system that I'm using. Okay, but back to the whole point of this video. When you start doing any strategy, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, even if it's paid advertising, guys, even if it's YouTube video marketing, if it's Facebook video marketing, any of these strategies, Pinterest, right? I could go on and on, Twitter. Um, what happens is it'll seem like you're not getting anywhere, especially when you first start out. You won't get any traffic. When I first started doing even YouTube, I was getting like one view, two views, one view, two views. Then eventually I kept going, and then I got started getting more views. Okay, that means more traffic to the video, but still not traffic to lead capture pages. Then I learned about call to action, and I had to just kept going, and I kept going. Eventually I started getting leads. Then eventually I started getting sales, and then eventually you start getting higher level sales. Okay, that's how the process works. Okay, and in your first 3 months of doing this, most people don't make any money. Okay, I'm not saying you won't make any money at all, but when you're first starting out, especially if you're brand new, the great majority of people don't really make any money, even if they're doing income producing activities every single day. So, what I'm trying to say is that you would need a lot of passion uh, for maybe even freedom. You see, I'm not passionate about a system. I talk about passion on the Warrior Forum, but I say you have to have passion. I think a lot of people think I'm talking about a product. I'm not passionate about any product in itself. I'm passionate about the idea of living life on my own terms, a life by my own design, and that's what lights my fire. I read a story one time, actually, I heard a story on a conference call about a guy. His passion was a box of Cheerios because that box of Cheerios, what it represented to him was freedom. Okay, well, we got a guy who hosts these calls for the system that I'm marketing. His name is John Lavinia, and the call that he hosts most of the time, I think he does the wake up calls too as well. He does the Black Diamond calls. Okay, very like it's like a mindset call. And years ago, he was actually the advisor, the sponsor of this guy who used to work for Home Depot. He was a Home Depot manager, and in order for John to figure out, the other guy's name was John too. It was John and John. So John Lavinia had to interview this other guy named John Jackson, and John Jackson was he broke down in tears because John Lavinia kept hammering him over and over. He's like, "What the hell are you after? I got to find out what you're after before I can help you. To find out what your not your weak spot is, but what it is that you're really after." And he's like, "Well, do you want a nice house? Do you want a new house? Do you want a yacht? Do you want a corporate jet? Do you want a Lambo? What the hell do you want? Beamer? Do you want a Bentley? Do you want one of them Phantom? Do you want one of them Ghost cars?" Actually, they weren't. Ghost wasn't even out back then, but the Rolls Royce Ghost. So John kept hammering John until John Jackson finally broke down in tears. Jackson says, "I just want a box of Cheerios, man." And then Lavinia's like shaking his head. It's like, "What the hell are you talking about, man?" He's like, "A box of Cheerios to me, what it represents is I'd be sitting at home every morning with my son and daughter who were like 3 years old. And John Jackson used to have to wake up every morning at like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work, so he never saw his family for breakfast. So a little box of Cheerios was passion to him. And once John, it meant that he'd be home with his family, is what the little box of Cheerios meant. So you need to be passionate about something, okay, whatever it is. Some of you want to move to different parts of the world, okay, maybe move away from where you are right now. Some of you just want a simple life where you can go for nature walks first thing in the morning after you had a healthy breakfast, where you didn't have to rush anywhere or commute anywhere to earn money. Some of you guys want the big yachts and the Lambos, right? So you got to find out what your passion is. And I saw a video the other night. My young lady, her name is Lindsay. Lindsay was talking about clarity. She was talking to her mentor, and I actually shared that video. And it was quite powerful because clarity, she was clear on exactly what it was that she was after. A lot of people are not clear, and that's why they're scattered and not getting results or enough traction in their business, or seeing the type of results that they want to see. Okay, so the end result, what am I trying to say in this video? You gotta find the passion inside you, because the odds are it's gonna seem like everything's against you. It's gonna seem like the uh, universe itself is not just gonna let you walk through the door. Okay, you're gonna have to fight. You're not gonna have to fight anyone. You're not gonna have to compete against anyone. But what you're gonna have to do is fight your own mind. Your own mind is gonna try and talk you out of reaching your goals. That's why most people don't succeed. I seen another video, my Lead Systems Pro member who is very successful now, to the point where he's like globetrotting all over the world, and he was talking about he said 90%. He was predicting that 90%, I think he's right. He's saying that over 90% of the people who are pursuing the lifestyle, because it comes down to a lifestyle. Success is a lifestyle. It's a way, living life in your own way, So that you're looking for happiness, you're looking for peace. People believe that money can buy you peace, right? But the peace has to come first. Unfortunately, we wish the money comes and then the peace comes, but you gotta find peace. You gotta make peace. That's a video for another day. Okay. But yeah, this guy from My Lead Systems Pro was saying that 90% of the people won't let themselves succeed because um, they're stuck in their ways and stuck being comfortable. Okay, so I'm talking about passion for the days when you're gonna need it, when you're not getting paid, and you got to keep doing something every single day. That marketing strategy, the income producing strategy, right? The traffic or whatever you guys are doing on Facebook, giving value on Facebook. You got to get up every single day and you got to do that. Most people who are involved in this industry got a full-time life, right? And uh, you got haters going around, you got doubters, right? Family members, your own spouse is probably doubting you. You've got to put your foot down. So it's a tough go, guys. It's a tough go. But isn't it worth it, though? I heard this leader used to say that all the time. Isn't it worth it? But isn't it worth it? You've seen people do it, right? We're seeing more and more people doing it every single day, so we know it can be done. But it ain't going to be easy. But you can do it. Doesn't that's some of you guys are like shaking your head. What the hell is this guy saying? But you damn well can do it. You can do it. It's right there. But it ain't going to be easy. And anyone who tells you it's going to be easy, what's easy is like if you find a system like the one I'm marketing, it has the steps in it, but you got to follow the steps. You got to take the thing out of the box and get yourself to do it on the days when you're not making money. Some days you're not getting traffic. Some days you're not getting leads. Some days you're not getting any traction. Some days you're on Facebook and you're scratching your head. You're saying, shit, I'm doing everything I need to do, but it's not happening. So on those days you need passion. But here's one thing that's going to drive you more. And it even drove John Jackson, right? That's an excellent story, and that was like, shoot, that was about 7, 8 years ago, I'm guessing. I remember it. I heard it live. It was about 7 or 8 years ago, anyways. Exact time's not important, but what drove him, guys, wasn't really passion. It was, can you guess what it is? There's something stronger than passion. Yes, you need passion, but there's something stronger than passion. Because remember what I just said, the My Lead Systems Pro marketer who's very successful, living the dream, laptop millionaire. Well, I don't know about millionaire, but living the dream. He's got freedom, uh, all over the world, traveling with his girlfriend. 90% he's saying won't let them. He didn't say 90% can't. He said 90% won't. Won't and can't are two different things. So you can, but what's the one thing that will? It's stronger than motivation, stronger than inspiration. And even in one of our marketing courses in our system, the founder talks about sales funnels and solving people's problems, solving people's pain. Okay? People are, as human beings, are are driven to avoid pain and seek pleasure. But people are more focused on avoiding pain. So the guy with the Cheerios who let himself succeed, if he didn't succeed and get that box of Cheerios, his freedom, he was gonna cry like a baby. So his life would have been a lot more painful if he let himself fail instead of pushing himself forward to succeed. Do you follow me? That's very, very, very powerful what I just said. Pain is way stronger. So if you recall earlier in this video, I said if you have more pain, those of you who have had more pain in your life most likely will let yourself succeed. Those of you who will settle, will be willing to settle and not push yourself forward, right? Into doing all these like different things you're gonna have to do every day, income producing activities, the main one, okay? Those of you who are willing to settle won't go through the pain, because the pain meaning it's not really painful, but you got to take time out of your busy day when most of you, a lot of people have what, 8-hour jobs, 10-hour jobs, some even 12-hour jobs. Okay. I heard a story of one of the co-founders of Empower Network, Dave Sharp. He had a construction job, and he used to work like 10 or 12 hours at construction. Okay. I'm going to guess the average time he was probably working was 8 hours, but I'm not Dave Sharp. I don't know the exact hours, but I recall Dave saying he had to come home and work. He got to a point where he's like, I just got to do this thing. Okay, I think he was marketing My Lead Systems Pro back then. Very powerful system. Okay, and he didn't break free yet, but he came to the conclusion. He did. You guys don't have to do what Dave Sharp did, but Dave Sharp wanted to, at that point that he hit uh, inside of his own mind. He got fed up with his lifestyle, being broke, working a hard job of construction every single day. That he's like, I gotta succeed in 90 days. And what he did to do that was he put in 8 hours after he came home from his job at construction, and that's damn hard. I don't even know if I could do that, right? I don't know. I'm not involved in construction, okay, but I'm just saying that's a really tough go right there. But you don't have to put in 8 hours, but the more hours that you put uh, in doing income producing activities, right, like giving value to the marketplace, generating traffic, okay, the more results you're gonna get. So the more of these things that you do, the farther down you can collapse time and shorten the time it takes for you to let yourself succeed. Okay, so what drove John Jackson, was the pain. His life would be more painful if he didn't succeed. So some people will look at this and they'll be like, it's painful to get, after working full-time job, dealing with a full family life, dealing with a spouse that maybe doesn't is doubting you right now, maybe dealing with other family and friends doubting you, right? To go out there and do your income producing activities, it could be more painful than the life that you're living. But if you are willing to face the odds against you and to push forward, then most likely the idea of not getting what it is that you're after behind your income goal is the idea of not getting that is more painful than the work that it's going to take you to put into this business right now in order for you to succeed. Okay, so that's the whole point of this story. But in Battleship movie, if they didn't win the war against the aliens, they were gonna die. So that was very painful. So they had to, Hopper, Hopper had to damn well save the day. Okay, so that's the conclusion of this video, guys. If you're watching this video on YouTube and you're wondering, maybe I perked your curiosity, or you'd like to learn, get some more value, and you'd like to get access to a very powerful system, just go lower below. You'll get